Mr. Speaker, I have an amendment at the desk.
Clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 7, printed in House Report number 111-304, offered by Mr. Klein of Florida.
Pursuant to House Resolution 846, the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Klein, and a member opposed will each control 5 minutes. The gentleman from Florida is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to start by thanking Congresswoman Giffords for introducing the Solar Technology Roadmap Act and Chairman Gordon for his leadership on bringing this important bill to the floor. As a co-sponsor of this legislation, I believe it makes a timely investment in clean energy technology that will stimulate economic growth and create jobs nationwide. My amendment would clarify that research activities on the development of solar energy storage technologies are eligible for funding in this bill. Solar energy technology has significant potential to supply cheap, clean, and renewable energy to American families and businesses. However, one of the major challenges with solar energy is that it can only be produced during daylight hours. That's obvious. Thus, it is only available at certain times, which may not necessarily correspond to the times it is most needed by the electric grid, when electricity is the most expensive during peak hours and the least efficient fuels are likely to be used. To use a metaphor, the distribution of solar electricity to date is like trying to distribute water from rain without having reservoirs to catch and hold the water. In my home state of Florida, we're known as the Sunshine State, and for good reason. Businesses in Florida have invested over $1 billion in solar technology over the past 3 years, building the largest photovoltaic solar plant in North America and installing more solar power than almost every other state in the country. But without cost-effective storage technology, we cannot build upon this investment, not only in Florida but throughout the country, to eventually rely more heavily on solar power for our states or our country's energy needs. There are emerging storage technologies, including batteries, thermal storage, and others that can take solar energy when it is produced, store it, and then provide electricity to the grid at opportune times. These technologies have the power to make solar power more reliable, more cost-efficient, and more widely used as an alternative to fossil fuels for our energy needs. They also have the potential to create thousands of new jobs right here in the United States as we develop technologies, manufacture products, and sell them all over the world. Storage technology may also have a substantial impact on the way we purchase energy to power our homes and businesses, regardless of the energy source. With more advanced and more affordable storage technology, we may one day be able to purchase energy from utility companies during off-peak hours when energy costs are low and store the energy for when we need it. This would allow utility companies to run more efficiently by reducing demand during peak hours and utilize their plants in the middle of the night when demand is low, thus helping businesses and consumers purchase the energy at the lowest energy cost. The development of solar energy technology will be critical to establishing solar power as a primary source of electricity in the United States and significantly altering the future of our energy infrastructure. Alternative renewable sources of energy like solar that can be generated right here in the United States will make households and business energy bills cheaper, improve our environment, and reduce our dependence on foreign oil if we develop the technology to make it more efficient and cost-effective. This amendment will emphasize the importance of devoting federal research dollars in this bill to further advancing storage technology that will propel solar technology to the next level. With that, Mr. Speaker, I reserve the balance of my time.